and welcome to another episode of Business Savvy with Moremi. On this show every week, we have a chat with CEOs of SMEs in various sectors of the economy where they talk to us about their brand and their journey in the world of business. I'm your host, Moremi Akon. Our guest for today is a private chef. She specializes in private dining, breakfast trays, proposals, just to mention a few. She enjoys working with brands to create amazing food recipes and food videos. She is also known as the superhero chef who uses her cape as an apron, saving lives with food. Guess what, guys? She will be sharing amazing dishes we could try out over this holiday period, and actually we're gonna cook on the show today. So you may want to stay glued to see what we have that you can also try out during the Christmas or the holiday period. So stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Obubu and we are live at Business Savvy. Tune in on my social media, Chef Obubu for both Instagram and Twitter. My website, chefobubu.com. Have fun with recipes, things to do, how to host your people. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Business Savvy. What's your name?
My name is Obute.
Okay, so where did the chef Obubu come from?
Oh yeah, Obubu came out from Obute. So most people started calling me Obubu, then Chef Obubu. So.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering. So, why did you decide to become a chef?
I think I really enjoyed cooking because I started cooking I think around 2014 as professionally. So when I was doing my masters, I studied. I used to cook for like private parties, gathering, those kind of events. So it was literally small events. They called me, we had like small house parties. So because we were students, that was what was the in thing. People wanted to have small house parties, affordable parties where they can just put like finger food and then buy a lot of drinks. Mm-hmm. So that's what actually birthed this cooking thing. So I started cooking for that. Then I worked in a restaurant for a while under a chef.
Oh, okay.
So which was how I started doing the whole Chinese cuisine.
Strictly Chinese.
No, I don't do Chinese. I don't do strictly Chinese. So
okay.
Which was what led me to start doing Chinese cuisine. But then mostly what I do is I do fusion. So I fuse into different continental dishes to make one that actually flows through two continents. So basically, if I'm trying to make jollof rice, I would not want to make jollof rice that only a Nigerian can relate to. So so basically you find out that most of my recipes are like during the Thanksgiving. I did the pulled yaji turkey corn soup. So it's corn soup, but then it's turkey and yaji, so there's an infusion of two cultures. So basically, if you take it to Asia, they know what corn soup is. If you bring it down to Nigeria, we know what corn soup, we know what yaji is, we know what. So it's the spicing of bringing it to that works.
Okay, so did you go to any school aside from shadowing a chef or working?
Yes, I've gone to I've done several trainings. I've taken bread classes, pastries, those kind of things. Although I really hate to do pastry.
Really? Why? Is it difficult?
Yes, the thing with pastries is that most of them work with a strict recipe. So if you're baking, you cannot last minute decide to say, let me change the measurement from 1 teaspoon of baking soda to 2 teaspoons. Obviously, it has to affect other things around, and you have to put that into consideration. Mm-hmm. But then when you're cooking, there's a different flow. You can't be cooking and change your recipe mid-cooking, I think I would switch this or put this in, then move this, and you'll kind of be good to go. But when it comes to baking, you're not sure what the outcome will be because you have to know, would it make it softer, harder, would it change the consistency of the food, and things like that actually affect.
And with baking, I think if you don't get it right from
the start,
just destroy the whole
everything.
Thing.
So.
Okay, so tell me about a difficult situation and how you were able to handle it. While cooking.
Yeah. There's so many difficult situations. I don't even know which one to. Do you have something in?
Okay, have you ever had one where you put too much spice, maybe salt or Maggi in it? How were you able to do that?
Oh yes, I learned a trick with salt if you're cooking. Although most of my customers they have some health issues, so most of them stay out of salt, seasoning, and things like that. So, but then when you're cooking with salt, basically, if you make it too salty, the thing about cooking with salt is potato actually absorbs salt. So if you put like a potato inside your food when you're cooking. It takes out the salt from it.
I've learned a new one today. I never knew that. So help me God. Today I put too much salt in food. I'm just gonna throw a potato.
Yeah, throw a potato in it.
It's gonna be good, right? Okay. Hello, it's Moremi Akon once again. We at Business Savvy with Moremi would love to wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you so much for watching our videos so far. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more educative videos. Thank you so much once again and Merry Christmas.
Doing my Friendsgiving. I wanted to do Friendsgiving this year with my friends and people that I really care about that have been there for me for the year. So when I was preparing my menus, I wanted to bring in a bit of everything, everyone. So I think the starter was when I told you about the pulled miyagi turkey corn soup, which was our starter for the day. So that's also one of my own personal recipes. Then I was doing the main dish. So I wanted to do something with potato because there's really no Thanksgiving without potato. You either need to have mashed potatoes, roast potatoes or something. Potato is a dish that has to be in Thanksgiving. So I didn't want to do a sweet potato pie because I already had cornbread going on for my dessert. So I wanted to do something.
You're making me hungry. Like, what's this I'm hearing right now?
So I made cornbread and I made my own coconut ice cream because the Thanksgiving was themed Akinoka. So basically it's coconut and corn. Those are two things Nigerians like to eat, coconut and corn. Oh, okay. So what I did was that I brought two flavors. So it was the star of the dish was coconut and corn. So the corn soup was cooked with, I did the coconut cream. I creamed it in coconut when I was doing the corn creaming. So we had fried rice. We had asun. That was also my recipe. Asun fried rice. So what I did was that it was like coconut fried rice, but like with asun, we did it with corn oil. So basically it was just corn and coconut being the star of the dish in the food. So we're trying to put in those two flavors and infuse it in different dishes. The dish is actually quite interesting because everything happens in one pan. Okay. Basically. So you start off with stir frying. You need to actually marinate your minced meat. Okay. You're supposed to stir fry it and like onions, garlic. Then you're supposed to make your You're supposed to make your sauce, your cream sauce. Yeah. So basically, which you now infuse into the meat, and so you have like a meaty cream sauce thing going on. So you start layering. So it's like literally you grate potato into a layer. Okay. You put your meat and cream sauce. You layer in a layer of cheese. Grate another layer of potato. Do another meat and cheese. So that's what you keep.
Just imagine that. And
so that's there. So yes, then you actually glaze the top with like garlic butter so that it cooks inside because the potato is going in raw. So you glaze it in like garlic butter. So what it does, that garlic butter goes inside. So when you put it inside, the potato is roasted in the garlic butter. But then there's like a layer of cheese, meat, and cream sauce going on into that dish.
It's healthy food, right?
Yeah, it's quite. Okay. I like to say it's quite healthy because it's
low calories. Or no calories?
Well, there's cheese. They two cheese things. So
okay. But they can still try it over Christmas.
Yes,
right?
you can try it over Christmas. It's perfect for the family. It's something that you guys can share amongst yourselves, and it's easy. It's quite easy to make. It's something that 2 or 3 people can come together and make as a family. One person can be grating the potato, one person dealing with the minced meat, the sauce, everything, and it comes out perfect.
Can't wait to try it. So as a chef, would you say that the business has been profitable for you? Is it something you would advise somebody to go into?
Cooking has its ups and downs. I would like to point that out. But yes, the reason why I say it's profitable is that everyone has to eat, and no matter how many chefs there want to be in the world, there's like 1 million more people to match the amount of food. And
like the demand is high.
The demand is high. So with cooking, you just have to find your palette, your customer base, the type of people that relate to you, because there's some people that do not eat certain things. So in as much as no matter how fantastic a cook you are, if someone doesn't eat traditional food, they don't eat traditional food. If someone don't eat Chinese food, they do not eat Chinese food. So you need to find your target market. You need to find out the kind of people you want to cook for, the demographic of people you want to cook for.
Hello, it's Moremi Akon once again. We at Business Savvy with Moremi would love to wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you so much for watching our videos so far. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more educative videos. Thank you so much once again and Merry Christmas. So can you tell me about your challenges you faced running this business as you started?
I faced a lot of challenges, and most of them come from the fact that it would be more avoidable if we have like better amenities working in our country. My biggest challenge is mostly light. I come back home, I want to do something, there's no light. Sometimes I have to time my cooking to a certain time when they'll give us light. Or obviously I have to power generator, add diesel. Those are extra costs.
Yeah.
And if you now check it now, fuel goes up, diesel goes up. Sometimes the government will wake up, close the border, the prices of things will go high. And with cooking, you have to book ahead of time, because if someone's having a wedding, 2 to 3 months before the wedding, you would have gotten paid a certain money, you'd have given a quote. So if a week before the wedding, government closes border and everything goes high,
you're trapped.
And you can't buy things down for a wedding that is next month. Yeah, fair enough. Like this morning, all the things, do you get what I'm saying? Like you have to like prepare yourself for the fact that anything can happen. The government can ban rice today and that's it. The price you've set out to cook changes, and then
there's been that struggle with rice in the last few weeks.
There's been a lot with rice. It's like I said, I have a client base that mostly on a diet, or they look for other better options. Let me not say better options. They look for healthier food options for them, less starch and calories for them. So carbs, they try to stay away from carbs.
Yeah.
So mostly they've been ordering couscous, burger, quinoa, those kind of things have helped me. But at the same time, we also need to address the fact that rice has really gone up in the market, and things have had to go up, prices have had to go up, and if the customer's standard of living hasn't gone up, the pricing is a bit tricky, because you have to consider them too and also consider yourself. I'm going to be spending more, but at the same time they're not earning more to start spending more on food. So everyone has to like meet each other halfway.
Amazing. Let's talk about ingredients. What is that special ingredient, or what are those ingredients you can't do without?
I think when it comes to, I like, because like I said, I like natural spicing. So I think I will start with garlic. I will start with, I like spring onions a lot. I like coconut milk, because coconut milk makes a good emulsifier. So it helps to emulsify. So emulsifier is, for example, now if you want to bring in like 3 liquid base into your food, so there's the oil, there's the fat, there's the stock, there's the juice. So basically you want to, like you're making pasta for example, so the pasta water, when you boil your pasta, because you have to boil a lot of salt, so the pasta water, you find out that it comes out in a like almost creamy white something, starchy look. So you want to make maybe seafood pasta. So you need like maybe the stock of the seafood, the water of the pasta, and obviously your tomato base. So when you put 3 ingredients together in the stack up, it's what they call emulsification. So emulsification. So what happens with coconut milk is that coconut milk, it's a wonderful base. It can stay silent in the food, and you hardly taste the coconut. If you don't want to accentuate the coconut taste, you can bring it up to be the major star of the dish. But there's a flow it gives it. It thickens, it's frees, it moves. So I love to use coconut milk a lot when I cook.
So apart from the dropping of potato in your overly salted food, we've learnt another trick: the use of coconut water as a perfect
milk to be fair.
Coconut milk, yes, coconut milk to help when you want to emulsify. Yes. Okay. So how can we have access to your special signature recipes? Is there a way? Do you have a website we can reach you on, or can we follow you on social media? How can we get through to you?
For my social media is Chef Obubu on all social media platforms. So Twitter, Instagram, Chef Obubu.
For my recipes, although sometimes I tweet recipes out there, sometimes I send it to brands. So the website is going to be a combination of my recipes, my signature recipes, but then there's a twist to it. So instead of focusing on what to do, I like to focus on what not to do. So I feel like the fact that I've tried out a lot of recipes, I've known where I've gone wrong, the mistakes I made, and I just feel like it's, instead of putting out a lot of things to get perfect, I feel like some people always have this idea in their head when they start to cook. So I want to do a what not to do.
That's different, because a lot of people do what to do.
Yes, I want to do what not to do. Okay. Because there are a lot of simple recipes people know, but some simple things like how to boil basmati rice is something a lot of Nigerians struggle with, because most of them try to boil it like the normal rice,
and it gets so soft.
And then you see a lot of Nigerians, I don't like basmati rice. But when you take them out to eat Chinese,
they enjoy the Chinese.
So, basically. So it comes from that sort of thing. Like, so some people say I don't like custard, and I'm like, have you actually made like proper custard before? They're like, it's not that one that you just stir and put water. So yes, things like that happen, and you also need to know that it's an undertone of culture. It's how, like, I used to hate making stew growing up, because my mom had this thing where she would blend the stew, and then the pillowcase is one of the best ways to bring out water from stew. So because she didn't want us to waste gas, having to boil the big bath of tomato till it dries up, so she would actually pour in a pillowcase, and then you'll be like, you get a clean bath, and then you'll be
just like they do pap, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how they extract pap?
So basically the water comes out from the tomato, and you have like a fully drained tomato.
A single mommy. You see all those mommies from back in the day, like they have amazing skills on how to get things done.
And then you can now start cooking from then, but then the process was always so long, and then you have to fry the stew for such a long time. By the time you put the stock, you wait for it, and I just used to wonder, like, oh my god, this is so stressful just for like what you use to eat rice. My website would actually be launching, let me be positive about this, because I promised to send him content, so the 1st of January. So yes,
I join my faith with you to make that work.
I'm going to put out recipes, a lot of things, how to do. I'll also write where to get what, the costing of things, how to find this. So I want to just give people tips on what to do, how to set it. Like if you want to maybe surprise your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, how to set like a mini table.
Oh,
just
that's good.
Keep things you can do, where to find what props. So I just want to teach people to be self-sufficient in the cooking and obviously hospitality business, so that they know what to do.
Well, that's amazing. So we're gonna head down to the kitchen now to work some magic, right? Yes, okay, so stick with us.
So I'm with Moremi, and we're going to be making we're going to be recreating my Thanksgiving lasagna that I did for my friends. Okay. So first of all, we're going to I need to get the wooden spoon. Where did I keep it? Hold on. So first of all, I'm going to be making garlic butter, because that's what we need to glaze the end of the dish. We don't need much, but
we needed all of that.
no, we're going to use out of it for the sauce. So that's why I'll just start with the garlic butter. Once I make the garlic butter, I'm going to take out the ones I need for it and leave the rest to use for the sauce. Okay, so at this point you can start putting it, but I'm going to reduce the fire because butter burns really fast. Okay. That way. Okay, you can take that out.
So that's mashed garlic? Or
yeah, minced garlic, yeah. Basically, I pounded it instead though. So I'm going to scoop out the one that I'm not using for the sauce. Yeah, so because I'm not using everything, so it's just a bit. So I'll just scoop this out. So about this portion should be enough to glaze the top. The reason why I added more is so that it can enter into the dish. I'll need another fat sauce. Okay, so let me just do this. To take the flour. So this is corn flour. But then because of the crassness of how corn flour comes out to be, I mixed it with coconut powder. That way it gives it a lighter tone. It's not so harsh for the dish.
Okay, so corn flour is usually too harsh on its own.
Yeah, it's it's too coarse to do the. Can you see this creaming is doing? So this is the creaming. Add coconut milk because I'm using coconut milk instead.
Okay.
So the point of the dish, yes, this is coconut milk. Ooh, sorry. The point of the dish is corn and coconut, which is why I substituted the regular flour for corn flour and coconut powder, and I'm using coconut milk to substitute it. I would not need to put stock in it, so what I'll do is that instead I'll put the minced meat inside when I'm done doing that. So that's it. So yes, so we're going to put the whipped cream cheese. Okay. So this has been whipped, fluffy.
Is it possible to add pepper to this thing at all?
Pepper,
chili or something?
Yes, I would. There's a lot of pepper what I use to marinate the meat. So what I do is that the juice of the meat will always bring out pepper. So when I marinated the meat a lot of pepper. So when the food is cooking, when the juice of the food comes out, it always brings out pepper and infuse it into the dish. I will not directly infuse pepper into this. I will just, sorry, this has to be a bit lower.
That's my face for people who may feel a bit.
No, this would actually work with the Nigerian palate because you would not, because of there's a lot of meat in it, they would like it, and then the pepper, and then it has, because they can eat pizza, so they can eat this too.
Okay. Glaze it.
Yes. So it's always good to put around the body so that it doesn't burn, because it's always going to be in the oven, so that way your dish doesn't come out looking burnt on top. Okay. So I like to. What this does is that it makes it easy for it to come out. So this won't move as freely because it's corn flour. If it was flour, it would move so freely. But I don't want to use flour to dust the pan so that the taste remains the same. So it's going to be this coconut powder I'm basically using. You can smell the coconut.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me wash out my hand. The meat stock. This is literally it. So this is when I like to mix it together.
Yeah, already.
So, can you see?
Yeah.
This is how you get what you're using. So most times you now have to start using it, consciously shred it so that it breaks into smaller pieces and it can spread around into the dish. This is ready to go, so you now need to go to your dish. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add cheese into this.
So when do you add the cheese?
So I should have added this cheese with the initial, when I started making the initial cream sauce, this was when I should have added the cheese, but this can still work because it's not out yet. So I'm just going to put grated mozzarella. So I'm using just 2 cheese. I'm using mozzarella and I'm using cream cheese because I like the combination it gives. Oh God, I'm sweating. It's alright. Sweat in the kitchen. Yeah, so it's melting. So you can see it's going to have like a very thick texture. Okay, so you can see the cheese.
Yeah.
So this is how creamy it's supposed to be. So then you start with your potatoes. So this is raw potato. So it's going to cook with the dish basically. So this is how it works. You're just going to keep slicing until you have like a full plate. Where's Cameroon pepper? Yeah, it actually has to be hot. If not, the creaminess will make you feel like throwing up.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what the pepper does. It takes away that, because it's not our palate to be eating cheese. Cream. So yes. Okay, where's the plate? So do you want to taste it?
Yes.
Okay.
Taste it.
So they taste the sauce base, so you know how to. So you can taste it and you know what. So what do you think?
Creamy and hot.
Yes. It's a nice combination.
And a huge chunk of cream.
I don't need this fire. Okay. So we're going to now start off layering. So we're going to do the first layer. It's very easy to layer once your sauce is all creamed up. So you just move from side to side. So yeah. But this is enough. So just going to spread it all out so it covers every top. So you shouldn't see the potato anymore once you layer. You have to make sure that everywhere is properly covered. So if there's space, you add more. So this has been layered. Then you top with cheese. So this has melted over time being on set. We're doing just 2. The 3 actually. The third one will be grated. So it's all the mini chunks of things you cannot use.
Okay.
Yes, that's what you would use.
Can we just chop the potatoes instead?
If you chop, see how thin it comes out when you cook it, when you use something. But if you chop it, the cooking time will be different, and then the meat will overcook.
Oh, okay.
That's what's not advisable. No, not another. It's not really another base. It's just the really small, those ones that have the small particles of meat. That's what you use to just spread. So you don't really need it. You just need like 1 scoop of the tiny particles, and that's the reason why I'm doing it, is so that this stuff cooks without burning. So it needs to cook into a crunchy base, not really crunchy, but like a more crunchy base, but it doesn't need to burn into, because it's overcooked, because it's smaller than and it has direct contact to the heat because it's the top layer part of it. So you just need to can you see, spread it in. So you can still see the potato, but it's slightly covered in sauce. So this is happening. This is when you put the last layer of cheese.
I was wondering if we're going to use the whole cheese.
Yes, we are going to use the whole cheese. So because this is already congealed due to our filming conditions, we'll just put it. Just put it around. Just spread around. Yeah, it is still spread around, so it's not really a problem. Yeah, when it melts, it's going to melt into a fine film. So this is when you put you will now glaze it with okay, I'm use the spoon. The garlic butter.
Can't wait for this thing to come out of the oven.
So butter is going to go in between the spaces so that it cooks the food perfectly. Then you can put it in your preheated oven. So, can you see the cheese? It's already spreading around. So you have a fine layer of cheese, grated potato, and meat, like on a firm. So it's going to make a firm film over it. So the inside is going to be really moist, but the outside is going to be a bit crispy, yes, on the outside. So the inside, so you can also eat this with garlic bread. If I had remembered, I would have bought baguette, so I would have just made a small amount of garlic bread. So you put it in your oven now. Okay. This is already hot. Can you feel how hot it is already?
Yeah, I can feel it.
So this is ready to go.
What's the best heat or the advisable heat to cook this one?
Oh yeah, I said 200 degrees centigrade, but if you're using Fahrenheit, it's about 375 or 55, depending on how hot your oven is.
Okay.
So that's it. So we have to wait. So give it about 10 to 15 minutes. You check the inside. If it's done, then you bring it out. If not, you wait a bit. So
we wait. Hello, it's Moremi Akon once again. We at Business Savvy with Moremi would love to wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Thank you so much for watching our videos so far. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more educative videos. Thank you so much once again and Merry Christmas. Secret to knowing that it's cooked.
oh yeah, this has been overcooked a bit.
Okay.
But then some people actually prefer it to be a bit brown, although it's supposed to have a golden. We know it's cute is that this is meant to be firm on top.
Okay.
It's meant to be a firm base on top. This thing isn't fully cooked, so I don't know if we can rough it, but let's rough it. So. Yeah. So when you cut through, the inside is supposed to be cheesy, so it's supposed to come off like a really nice dish.
Right.
So can you see the hard part is the part people like to, it's almost like eating the burnt part of rice, the under pot of rice, yes.
Yeah.
So let me serve you. Do you want to try it?
Of course I want to try.
Okay, do you want to put the plate? So have a bit of this and let me know what you think. Oh God, it's so fucking it's hot inside.
This is so nice. So I'm taking time to let it sing, let the taste buds feel. So it's really nice. It's not even so creamy.
Yes.
One would think all of that cream.
No, it's
not so creamy. It doesn't taste so creamy. The taste is over 10, 10.5. But it's really nice, it's spicy.
I want that. I'm so
the chili is really chili. So guys, this is what yours should look like when you try it at home. All thanks to Chef Obubu. Yay! Well, she has amazing recipes that she will release shortly on her website. So please be sure to follow her on her social media platform as well. So do you have anything you want to say to people?
No, thank you for watching, I guess.
Okay, guys, that's how far we can go on this episode of Business Savvy with Moremi. Thank you for watching, and we hope you try it out at home. If you do, tag us on IG or any of our social media platforms.